The glass door shakes with a heavy thud at 7:42 a.m. Saturday morning in Asheville, rattling the frame like a fist demanding entry. Thud, thud, thud. Open up. This is my coffee shop. My younger brother's roar booms through the pane. I'm Taylor Brooks, sole owner of Blue Ridge Brews, the organic cafe I've bled 6 years of mortgage payments to build. Thud, thud. You greedy liar. My mother's shriek follows, waving a thick stack of loan papers like a weapon. My father stands back, arms crossed. I snatch the folder of SBA statements, 6 years of hard proof and thumb record on my phone. Unlocking the deadbolt, I crack the door just enough to glare out. The lens captures every snarl, every lie. They're here to seize what I earned. If your family ever schemed to rip away your future, slam that like button and subscribe with bells on, because this sabotage spirals before payback strikes. 2 nights earlier, at Dylan's 28th birthday gathering in a bustling BBQ spot downtown, smoke curls from pits while country tunes play low. Long picnic tables overflow with aunts, uncles, cousins passing platters of pulled pork and coleslaw. My mother stands on a bench, clinking her fork against a mason jar. Everyone a toast to Dylan. He's getting Blue Ridge Brews to expand into that Charlotte location he's talked about forever. Glasses rise. My father lifts his sweet tea in salute. Dylan pumps a fist, soaking in the whoops. I sit stunned, napkin twisted in my lap, the spicy rub turning sour on my tongue. That announcement lands heavy. The cafe represents 6 years of non-stop grind, every dollar from barista tips and side gigs poured into SBA repayments. I bypassed the culinary apprenticeship in Paris, ignored acceptance letters from top programs anchored here when Dad lost his mechanic job at the dealership. They were aware of the trade-offs, all of them. Still, they frame it as Dylan's opportunity, his stepping stone. He beams, fielding congrats, sketching floor plans on a napkin. About time, Taylor, you've run it solo long enough. He calls across the table. Nods follow. Heat rises in my face. Nobody catches me digging nails into my palm. I slip away to the patio for air, lean against the rail mountains silhouetted against the dusk. 6 years mastering roast profiles, negotiating with fair trade co-ops, perfecting oat milk lattes that drew lines out the door. Meanwhile, Dylan flunked online classes, quit retail shifts, relied on mom's checks for rent and gas. He's finding himself she'd defend. Finding meant forgiving. For me, it meant forgoing. Paris promised mastery eclairs under strict instructors. I picked stability. Now they pick him. Returning inside, the group sings as a sheet cake emerges. Happy birthday, Dylan, in red frosting. He extinguishes candles amid flashes. I paste on a grin, capture the moment for group texts. Beneath, resentment boils. This exceeds generosity. It's appropriation. Conversations happen behind closed doors, timelines set without input. The business license lists me, invoices bear my signature, yet to them interim. Held until Dylan claims it. Later, near the coat rack, Dylan pulls me aside. Mom figures you'll transfer ops next week. Charlotte's market is exploding, double the foot traffic. His eyes gleam with plans. I nod vaguely, weave through hugs. Goodbye, reach my truck. The ride winds past lit storefronts, mind racing. How far back does this go? Emails, meetings. The cafe sustains me, validates independence. Pulling up to the back alley, I kill the lights, let the engine idle down. Phone vibrates, Grandma Evelyn. She resides a short stroll away, assisted with vendor intros, co-signed the startup docs when lenders balked. Caught the birthday snaps. Dylan inheriting the shop, I type back details, then call. She picks up instantly. Taylor spill. Her voice calm, reassuring like fresh-baked cornbread. I recount the speech, the acclaim, Dylan's assumptions. They presented it as his from the start. I funded every bean. A pause, then resolve. That place carries your mark. Guard it fierce. We chat longer. She recalls launch week, me installing the espresso machine solo, her taste testing syrups. You created magic. Don't surrender. Ending the call steals me. I'd issued temporary access codes months ago when Dylan hauled inventory sporadically. Mom dropped bookkeeping tips. Dad fixed a leaky faucet. Time to revoke. Next morning, Friday, sunlight filters through the cafe windows as I brew test shots. Customers won't arrive for hours. I open the Yale Smart Lock app on my phone controls for the glass front entry and rear delivery door. Staff codes active for opening barista Sarah and closer Mike. Grandma's code remains. She pops in for early deliveries sometimes. Scrolling to family mom's code from emergency help dads for minor repairs, Dylan's for those rare stock runs. I select each hit remove. Confirmations ping, access denied. Only key holders now employees and grandma. Feels like drawing a line in concrete. I pocket the device wipe counters align mugs. Weekend prep flows grinding Ethiopian beans stocking oat alternatives. Regulars will filter in, soon, oblivious to brewing conflict. Closing time approaches fatigue mixes with vigilance. Whatever Saturday brings entry requires my say. I flip the sign back to closed Friday night drawer balanced machines cleaned. Saturday dawns clear alarm buzzing at 6. I roll in early, unlock the rear door with my code, start the brewers. Beans grind aroma fills the space. By 7:30, pastries line the case chalkboard specials updated. Front lights on register primed. I reach for the glass door's deadbolt to flip the sign, then the thud hits hard frame, rattling. Dylan's voice booms outside. Open the door. I slide the deadbolt with a click, keeping the chain latched and thrust the thick folder of SBA statements through the gap. 6 years of payments, every receipt in my name. Brenda grabs for the pages scanning the bank logos. Dennis hovers behind brow furrowed. Dylan pushes closer nose inches from the glass. Give it up, Taylor. Mom has the new agreement. I hold firm edges just beyond fingers. Ownership starts here. Brenda flaps her own stack. Sign now, no drama. Dylan's Charlotte expansion waits. Tone clipped familiar from holiday arguments. I open to the origination page, my signature clear. Taylor Brooks, sole borrower. No mentions of family. Dennis clears his throat. We offered advice back then. Advice, like color schemes or playlist picks, not capital. Dylan flattens his hand on the pane. Let us in. This grows the business for all. All. Selective memory. I flip to auto-pay records balances dropping monthly. I negotiated vendor deals, ran promotions, earned 5-star ratings. You sent birthday texts, not transfers. Brenda huffs. Dylan brings fresh energy. You're blocking growth. Growth. As though my systems built nothing. I point to the remaining principal. Still owed thousands. Can't hand over collateral. Dylan's eyes narrow. We'll settle it. Just agree. Settle. With his bar tabs, mom's side income, dad's fixed budget. Unlikely. I withdraw the folder. Leave. Brenda yanks the handle. Stop the attitude. Attitude. For defending my asset. Dennis tries softer. Consider your brother. Same old line. I lock eyes. I did. Long enough. Dylan pounds again, glass flexing. Keep acting, boss. I'll shatter this and grab the keys. Words slice the air. Early joggers might pass. Footage matters. I step inside phone, capturing audio discreetly. Property damage gets recorded. Brenda pulls Dylan back. Not now. He jerks free, staring daggers. Watch me. They move to the curb, Brenda dialing furiously, Dennis following. I secure the lock, pulse racing yet controlled. Statements return to the counter, evidence stacked. Time ticks. I straighten menus, adjust lighting, ready for opening. Phone buzzes in my pocket, text from Grandma Evelyn. Heard every word from the sidewalk. Stand your ground, honey. This is your dream. She'd strolled over, stayed out of sight. Message steadies me. Quick reply, sent device silenced. Sun rises, higher shadows shortening on the tile. First customers near, coffee cravings calling. I switch the sign, greet with ease. Orders roll, espressos matcha. Between pulls, I glance outside. Empty. For now. The folder slides into the office drawer locked tight. Mid-morning surge. Locals linger over laptops, tourists snap photos. Tips accumulate. Satisfaction builds. This crowd chose quality, not handouts. Brenda's documents scream fake, but fact silence noise. Break comes. I refill Hopper's note stock levels. Another ping from Evelyn Strong Girl. Lunch tomorrow. Warmth spreads. Back to the floor, service smooth. Threats fade against the hum of grinders. Shift winds down. Final tally solid despite the interruption. Machines powered off, floors swept. Saturday secured. Tomorrow looms uncertain, but the line remains drawn. My phone buzzes on the counter, mid-afternoon screen lighting with a bank alert. New business loan approval. $150,000. I freeze, latte in hand. The cafe hums with chatter, but the words blur everything. I set the cup down, open the email. Subject: congratulations on your expansion loan. Body details: disbursement to an account I don't recognize. Signature line: Taylor Brooks. My name, but not my application. I step to the back office, door shut, dial the fraud hotline listed. Hold, music plays. Agent connects. Describe the issue. I read the approval code, reference number. I never applied. Check the SSN. Typing echoes. Matches your file, but origination IP traces to a residential address in Asheville. Not your business. Residential. Mom's house. She handles dad's shop finances, has access to old documents. Agent confirms. Loan initiated yesterday, post business hours. Co-borrower listed Brenda Brooks. Mom. Using my social security number pulled from ancient FAFSA forms, college aid papers she stored for taxes. I request freeze. Will flag it, reverse disbursement, notify authorities. Click. Loan locked. No funds released. Relief mixes with fury. I screenshot every page, approval letter, terms, IP log. Forward to my personal drive, print hard copies. The amount exactly what Dylan bragged for Charlotte fit out. Equipment build-out, marketing. Planned without consent. Forged to force my hand after the door standoff. Phone rings, unknown number. I ignore. Voicemail: Brenda. Taylor, the bank called. Fix this. Dylan needs the money. Monday. Needs. As if entitlement justifies theft. I delete, block temporarily. Evidence first. I pull the old file cabinet, dig for FAFSA copies. There, my SSN photocopied Brenda's handwriting, noting keep for records. She co-signed my undergrad loans, retained everything. Easy access for fraud, federal crime, identity theft wrapped in family trust. Kendall texts my cousin Kendall, the lawyer specializing in small business disputes. Evelyn must have looped her in. Grandma filled me in. Send any docs. I attach the email chain: fraud report confirmation. Loan in my name, mom's doing. Reply: instant, classic UCC violation. Save all, we build a file. Customers filter out, afternoon slowing. I process the report number, note timestamps. Bank emails, follow-up, investigation opened. Expect contact from detective. Detective. This escalates beyond family squabble. I label a new folder: digital and physical. Email headers, screenshots, call log. Cross-reference with SBA statements. Patterns emerge. Timing matches the birthday toast. Premeditated. Barista Sarah clocks in for evening. I brief, minimally watch the door. She nods, experienced with odd hours. I step outside for air, alley quiet. Mind races through scenarios. If funds had dispersed, liability mine, ruinous. Back inside, I update the security app, double-check codes. Grandma's active staff solid. No breaches. Dylan likely fuming somewhere, plan foiled. Evening rush builds, date-night study groups. I pour, smile ring, tips steady. The cafe thrives, independent of schemes. Proof against lies. Shift ends. I reconcile, sales higher than projected. Fraud attempt didn't dent today. Yet. I bag printouts, lock the safe. Tomorrow Brenda might try again. Drive home winds through neighborhood streetlights flickering. Apartment simple but paid with cafe profits. No co-signers needed now. Independence hard won. I upload backups to cloud password protected. Kendall calls. Got the files. Strong case. NC statute covers this up to felony. Felony. Mom behind bars. Complicated but consequences fit. Sleep comes uneasy alert for notifications. Bank app monitored. Sunday approaches closed day, but vigilance constant. Sunday 6 a.m. the glass door shakes again, knuckles rapping sharp. I'm in early prepping dough for Monday pastries, oven timers ticking. Through the frosted lower panel, Brenda's silhouette waves a clipboard. I crack the door an inch chain secure. What now? She smiles too wide. Vendor needs your signature to inspect the new espresso machine. Quick form. I glance at the paper official letterhead, but the logo's off font mismatched. Machine's fine. No inspection scheduled. Brenda pushes the clipboard closer. It's routine. Dylan arranged it for the expansion. Expansion. Same lie. I scan lines authorization to access equipment transfer maintenance rights. Subtle takeover disguised as service. You forged this. I hold it up. Bank froze your loan scam yesterday. This won't fly. Her smile drops. Just sign. Stop complicating. Complicating. I pull my phone start voice memo. Explain the fake loan first. Brenda's eyes dart. That was a mix-up. This is different. I step forward, door still chained. SSN from my old FAFSA. Your IP, felony different color drains from her face. You're paranoid. Paranoid. I read aloud the clause granting equipment release. This lets Dylan remove assets. Nice try. Brenda yanks the handle. Open up, chain holds. You owe us, owe we. For what emotional labor I laugh cold. I owe payments, not theft. She pounds harder. Ungrateful brat Dylan deserves this. Deserves. Volume rises, echoing down empty streets. Neighbors' lights flick on. My neighbor Hunter steps onto his porch across the way. Phone raised, ring cam active, red light blinking. He nods my direction, recording audio clear. Brenda notices voice pitching higher. Turn that off. This is private, in public view. I speak calm into my memo. Attempted deception harassment on record. Brenda kicks the base. You'll regret this. We'll sue. With what evidence? I close the gap. Leave before police arrive. She hesitates, clipboard crumpling. Hunter calls over. Got it all, Taylor. Sending file. Brenda glares, storms to her car parked crooked. Engine revs, tires squeal away. Silence returns. Birds chirping dawn. I unchain, step out, retrieve the discarded form, fingerprints likely hers. Bag it as evidence. Hunter crosses hands his phone. Audio crystal. Time stamped. I transfer the file, thank him. Owe you coffee for life. He grins. Make it large. Back inside, I upload the recording label, Incident 2. Pair with yesterday's fraud report. Pattern solidifies. Kendall will love this. Oven dings, pastries ready. I glaze box for staff tomorrow. Day off, but productive. Brenda's desperation shows cracks in their plan. Phone pings, Hunter's file received. I forward to Kendall, morning bonus. Reply, harassment adds charges. Keep coming. I lock up tight, smart system armed. Walk home under rising sun, form in bag. Evidence grows. They push I document. Afternoon free. I hike nearby trails, clear head. Mountains, steady perspective. Cafe, mine threats empty. Evening review footage on laptop. Brenda's screams, playback damming. Save multiple backups. Sleep claims, quick recorder charged bedside. Monday looms but prepared. By Monday, my Google page drops from 4.8 to 3.1 stars in a flash. I unlock the front door at 7:45, usual early birds waiting, but screens dominate hands. Dylan's Facebook post crowns notifications. My sister Taylor Brooks is sabotaging my future out of pure greed. Blue Ridge Brews was meant for me. Shares surge past 400 comments vicious, heartless, treason. Never going there. Reviews avalanche 71 stars since 3 a.m. Mold in croissants health hazard. Barista spilled on me no apology. Stale beans ripoff. Accounts fresh avatars generic. Orchestrated. I screenshot relentlessly folder bloating. Opening rush stumbles. Customers linger outside debating aloud. Sales plummet 18% by 10:30. I report clusters to Google suspected inauthentic activity. Verification process initiated. Phone buzzes. Brett Vaughn, my biggest client. Brett Vaughn running annual retreats. Taylor the online storm concern evident. I outline. Targeted lies from family. He hesitates. Stakeholders panicked. Withdrawing the 200 attendee catering for the leadership summit. Hang up. That booking equaled 3 months' rent. Register silent, momentarily machines idle. Impact visceral. Text Kendall Brett gone. Evidence attached. Response. Tortious interference. Send more. Team gathers anxiety palpable. I brief maintain standards document positives. Orders resume tips suffer. Loyalists post defenses. Fake reviews clear coffee unmatched. Ratings dip lower. Midday I catalog proof. Dylan's connections to review profiles via mutuals. Screenshots with metadata. Potential forensic analysis. Kendall mails outline injunction filing tomorrow. Patrons thin afternoon. I craft response post focused on service amid misinformation. Appreciate patience. Interactions from supporters climb. Brett forwards termination notice reputation clause. Archived. Losses itemized. Shift change instruct on vigilance. No physical issues. Evening patrons restore partial flow. Closeout reveals 32% deficit. Secure drawer log variances. Kendall updates summons drafted. Serve midweek. Head home thoughts. Strategizing recovery flash sales influencer collabs. Foundation solid. Apartment upload captures to encrypted storage. Categorize digital sabotage. Link to timeline. Rest uneasy countermeasures forming. Escalation met with preparation. Thursday night, I park outside the old brick ranch, 3 thick binders stacked on the passenger seat like ammunition. Street quiet, porch light casting long shadows. I kill the engine, grab the load, SBA proofs fraud dossier defamation file, and stride up the cracked walkway. Knock deliberate 3 raps. Dad cracks the door glasses reflecting the glow. Taylor 9 o'clock. What's wrong? I push past gently. We need to talk. Now. Living room, frozen in time, floral couch, faded recliner TV paused on a game show. Mom looks up from her crossword pen hovering. This better be important. I drop the binders on the oak coffee table with a thud that echoes. Labels bold ownership history, criminal fraud, libel campaign. Dad shuts the door, leans against it. Mom sets the puzzle aside. Explain. I flip open the first binder, SBA loan origination monthly statements payoff trajectory. Every payment traced to my accounts. 6 years, 0 family contributions. Mom leans forward. We gave moral support. Morale. I turn pages. Morale doesn't cover principal. Second binder, bank alert, printouts, IP logs, freeze notice. Your home address, Mom. SSN lifted from my FAFSA archives. Attempted $150,000 loan in my name. Dad's face pales. Brenda, tell me this isn't true. She crosses arms. A clerical error. Dylan needed startup capital. Capital. Stolen. Third binder. Dylan's Facebook screenshots review timestamps Brett's cancellation email. Defamation cost me a quarter's revenue. Coordinated attack. Mom scoffs louder. He was hurt. You locked him out. Locked. After forgery. Dad steps closer, voice low. Family forgives. Share the business end this? Share. Unequal from birth. I meet his gaze. Forgiveness requires remorse. I see none. Mom stands abruptly. You're threatening us. Threatening. facts. I slide Kendall's business card across the table. Cease and desist delivered. Next stop, district attorney. Felony filings ready. Silence heavy. Dad rubs his temple. Taylor jail for your mother. Stranger now. Mom lunges for the fraud binder. I intercept smoothly. Duplicate secured cloud lawyer's safe deposit. Dad pleads. Sit. Negotiate. Negotiate. Over my empire. We're done. Words slice clean. I leave the stack visual anchor. Turn to the door. Mom shrieks. After everything we sacrificed. Paris forsaken nights grinding beans alone. Dad follows to the porch. Don't burn bridges. Bridges. Already ashes. I pause on the step. Public apology, full restitution, or prosecution proceeds. No reply needed. Truck door slams, engine roars. Rear view, Dad silhouetted Mom's shadow raging inside. Drive away, no glance back. Home, I photograph the empty seat binders delivered. Email Kendall confrontation complete. No concessions. Reply, DA packet finalized. Green light yours. Adrenaline ebbs, exhaustion claims. Sleep fractured justice brewing. 4 months later, the new sign shines under Boone's morning sun. Blue Ridge Brews. Boone Outpost. Grand opening draws hikers, locals, tourists filling the patio. Aroma of fresh roasts wafts. Grandma Evelyn stands center stage, golden scissors poised. To new beginnings, ribbon falls with a snip. Applause roars. She pulls me into a hug, whispering, "You did it, kiddo." Dylan's Charlotte venture collapsed spectacularly. Lease defaulted after 2 months, equipment repossessed. Creditors filed claims. Bankruptcy court stamped Chapter 7. His social media silent profile deleted. No empire, only eviction notices. Brenda's felony indictment hit the local paper. Identity theft, wire fraud, attempted loan scam. Arraignment packed the courtroom. Bail posted with home equity ankle monitor blinking. Trial looms. Kendall predicts plea to lesser charges but restitution mandatory. Community whispers shift from sympathy to scorn. Dennis initiated divorce proceedings quietly through a mediator. Papers cited irreconcilable differences, assets split. He vacated the family home, renting a modest 1-bedroom downtown. Weekly coffee with Grandma, no invitations extended my way. Silence mutual. I survey the Boone space, rustic beams, local art, expanded menu with trail mixes and energy lattes. Original Asheville location bounced back, stronger Google stars at 4.9 after fake reviews purged. Brett renewed catering, doubling orders with contrite emails. Revenue streams diversified, online bean sales, subscription boxes. Evelyn raises a mug. Toast to resilience, crowd joins. Baristas demo pour-overs, kids sample hot cocoa. Lines form for merch, mugs, tees branded with mountain motifs. This expansion funded legitimately, SBA expansion loan approved in my name alone. Family severance absolute. Blocked numbers, no holiday cards. Dad mailed a letter once. Regret the path, respect your strength. Returned unopened. Grandma mediates nothing. Loyalty clear. Reflections sharpen lessons. Document everything, emails, recordings, statements. Trust earned through consistency, not blood. Boundaries enforce self-respect. Sacrifice builds character. Entitlement erodes it. Boone thrives from day one, foot traffic exceeding projections. Staff hired locally, trained rigorously. Partnerships with outfitters for branded blends. Future branches mapped, Blowing Rock next. Evening winds down Sunset, painting peaks gold. Evelyn links arms. Paris when ticket booked, solo culinary tour, deferred dream claimed. Drive back to Asheville, radio playing favorites. Empire mine forged in fire. No regrets, only forward momentum. The original café closes late, team celebrating milestones. Tips pooled for bonuses. Community rallies, stories shared of overcoming odds. Sleep deep, vision clear. Independence absolute.